I'm Greg Bird. I'm the Associate Head of the department. It's my pleasure today to introduce our student speaker. Ms. Rusul Altaay was born and raised in Baghdad, Iraq, and migrated with her family to the United States in 2008. Inspired by her father's line of work, she was always interested in electronics and thus chose electrical engineering as her major. Being interested in renewable energy, she worked with the Freedom System here at NC State while taking classes. Ms. Altaay spent a summer in Charlotte, North Carolina, working with Rubbermaid Healthcare, developing new medical devices, and a summer in Tennessee with the Current Research Center, working on new ways to develop the smart grid. She's currently working with GridBridge Incorporated, making power devices for utility companies. An ABB scholarship recipient and a member of the Eta Kappa Nu Honor Society, Ms. Altaay is also a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success. After graduation, she will be working toward her master's degree in electrical power systems engineering here at NC State. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Ms. Rusul Altaay.
Family, friends, and faculty, I would like to thank you on behalf of all the electrical and computer engineering graduates for joining us today on one of the proudest moments of our lives. Thank you. Today, we finally received the degree that we never thought getting would change the ways we see things. It was a journey that we wouldn't have successfully completed without the efforts of our professors and the support of our families. Thanks to the effort of the ECE department at NC State University, we were able to achieve this point in our careers. We are not the only ones who are celebrating their achievements today. Our professors are celebrating the new generation of engineers who just saw the light thanks to their homeworks, assignments, and exams. We wouldn't have been here today if more than 4 years ago we did not choose to dedicate our lives to something called engineering. We wouldn't have been here today if it wasn't for our parents who stood by us all the way from start to finish. What started as a curiosity of how things work ended as a career we are passionate about. Whether it was a question of how a shiny plate, also known as a solar panel, can turn a little fan on, or how a huge fan, aka a wind turbine, can generate electricity, or simply we were getting tired of windows and we wanted to do something about it, we all had motives to become engineers. Going back to the time we questioned the reasons why we would spend a lot of time on trigonometry and what we considered useless differential equations, only to find out that the electric current is a sine function and that we breathe math in our daily lives. My father had told me that I would be using math for the rest of my life. However, I never took him seriously until the day I decided to become an engineer. From the moment we saw resistors and capacitors for the very first time, to the moment we put it together and made complicated circuits for our final project, and from the moment when we were amused while seeing Hello World pop up on our screens in our very first programming class, to the moment we put complex algorithms to do a task, it was a very long, hard-working journey. Sophomore year is the year I learned the true meaning about not judging a book by its cover. Let me tell you a funny story. The electric circuit course, ECE 211, is the foundation class that each electrical and computer engineer had to take at some point. Thanks to Dr. and Mrs. Townsend, we spent countless hours solving those circuits, operational amplifiers, and most importantly, power systems. And like most of us, I hated that power chapter. I thought it was boring and made no sense whatsoever. What's funny is that I ended up specializing in power. It did not take me long to realize that I was always interested in renewable energy. It's one of the many reasons I wanted to become an electrical engineer. Realizing that this is what I wanted all along, I was able to make the best out of my boring classes. Engineers, the sleepless nights are finally over, or are they? Being here today, we are all wondering, there are about 100 people receiving the exact same degree that I'm receiving, so what's so special about me? And to tell you the truth, the answer is simply nothing. It's not about who we are today. It's about who we will become tomorrow. It's about what we will accomplish in the next years that would make us unique and special in our own ways. 5 years from now, look back at these days and ask yourselves, what have I done since graduation? What have I accomplished? And if you wouldn't like the answer, know that something simply has to change. Like Bill Gates once said, you are not going to make $60,000 or $70,000 by simply graduating from college. The hard work is yet to come. The moment we receive that degree and walk out of that door, it's not just going to be about us anymore. It's going to be about the rest of the world. A few weeks ago, I was watching a TV show called Shark Tank, where entrepreneurs seek the help of some investors. There was a farmer that made a small product that saves water in the irrigation systems and protects the trees during the cold winter seasons. He said that he charges $4.50 for each unit. The investors told him that he should sell each unit for at least double that. He replied back saying, "But I'm selling to farmers, and that's what they can afford." I absolutely love that about him. The fact that he did not care how much money he could have made simply to help his fellow farmers got me thinking, we are that farmer. We are going to make products and provide services in order to make people's lives better and easier. The question is, are we willing to put people's needs before ours? Whether it's a device for doctors and nurses to use in hospitals, or working on the grid to make sure that each place has power 24/7, or even a new fryer that McDonald's needs to ensure their food comes out on time, it was all created by engineers who put people's needs as their common goal. Let us not start thinking about changing the world just yet. Let's start thinking about changing the lives of those around us. If we are not changing at least one life other than ours, we are not doing it right. We're definitely wasting our time. Going to work each morning knowing that I'm changing the world in my own way will take you to places you never thought you'd go to. Trust yourselves and always question the answers. That's how you build a legacy. Even if you saw everyone against you, the colors aren't yours, everyone is walking against you. Don't hesitate. Walk alone. Hold on to your principles, even if you are alone. Being alone is better than living against yourself to satisfy others. I'm not asking you to achieve the stars. I'm only asking you to aim for them, and it doesn't matter where you land. Don't ever say, "I can't." Always say, "I don't want to." Because if you truly wanted something, you'll get it for sure. It's about time we started thinking about the next evolution in technology. If you think about it, that's how the PC, the Mac, the cell phones, or even Google were created. So, what will we give the world other than graveyards for electronics devices? And the question remains, what exactly is it that we're going to give back? Make North Carolina State University proud of the newborn electrical and computer engineers, and may the new Steve Jobs be born among us. That being said, let's enjoy the moment and go back with our heads held high, and finally update our Facebook status and say, "Trust us, we're engineers." Congratulations to you all, class of 2013.